Hey guys, xthedarkone here with a new series of Yu-Gi-Oh related videos that I've realised I should do something Yu-Gi-Oh related that I'm really passionate about. I don't really play competitive yet, so what I am passionate about is character decks. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. I gave you guys a chance to vote on Twitter. Who should I do first? And you all voted for the motherfucking Chazz, yo! So that's who we're going to start. But first, some guidelines. I should point out that these are guidelines that I will be sticking to for this series and what I would consider a character deck. So let me just run through them very, very quickly. Rule 1, only cards that have been used within the manga or the anime. Where people tend to get confused a lot, like you'll get people using cards that they use in the game or cards that they use in maybe one of those scripted duels. No, unless the character themselves have used them within official canonical literature or the show or the manga, whatever, the character has to have had summoned the card or has had definite signs that they ran it. And Kaiba's briefcase does not count. I do hear a lot of people saying, oh, well, Kaiba would have used Tyrant Dragon because he had it in the briefcase. No, I don't consider that. Unless they have played it on a duel disc or it has been in their hand during a duel, I do not count it as a card that they have actually used. So that is going to be a very strict rule. So they have to have used it in either the manga or the anime, and that's rule 1. Rule 2, these are going to be traditional format, of course, especially with these original series characters. They use a lot of banned cards, so the traditional format is just the way to go. Rule 3, no poetic licensing. Yes, a lot of people are going to say stuff like, oh, but Kaiba would use all that Blue Eyes support and made him with the Eyes of Blue, or Yugi would use all the Buster Bladed support. Well, they might do, but they haven't, so they don't use it. I will not be using cards like, for example, Maiden with the Eyes of Blue and that kind of stuff, or, you know, stuff that supports Yugi's favorite cards like the Dark Magician Girl and the new Dark Magician Girl stuff. Unless, again, it goes back to rule 1. Unless they have physically used the cards themselves, that is simply it. I will not use it otherwise. Rule 4. Only one copy of a card per deck unless stated otherwise. So we know our characters in our shows have very varietied decks in terms of what they use, especially these two. In terms of what they use, they don't really use a particular archetype. So unless it's actually specified, for example, we know Kaiba runs 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, but we also know that Yugi only has the 1 Dark Magician. I've never seen him play more than 1, so he can only have 1 Dark Magician, whereas Kaiba can have 3 Blue Eyes. So unless stated otherwise, it's only 1 copy per deck. The only proviso with this is polymerization, and I will use as many polymerizations as fusion cards that they use. So for example, if Kaiba's running 2 fusion monsters in the particular build, I'll run 2 polymerizations, and that's how I was going to operate polymerization. And finally, this is going to be very much a sort of greatest hits of these characters. Yes, I could do various builds. I could do a Battle City build for Kaiba. I could do a Duel Monsters, you know, Duelist Kingdom build for Yugi. But the decks I'm going to be showing you for starters is just going to be sort of the greatest hit of their deck. The best cards from both manga and anime that they have used that I would put into one deck. And it is just for fun. These are just the guidelines I'm going to be using for these particular decks. Before we get started as well, I would like to give a huge shout out to my good friend EJ Allen. You may notice my beautiful mat here. This is an MCM Comic Con exclusive with Yugi and Kaiba, which has been both signed by Eric Stewart and Dan Green respectively. EJ Allen went and got this for me. She got Dan Green and Eric Stewart to sign it, and honestly, it's the prize of my mat collection. That's right, I do collect mats. This is the pride of that collection. And EJ, I seriously can't thank you enough, so huge shout out to her for getting this for me. You're awesome. With that in mind, let's get started. So we're going to start off, of course, where else would we start? With the Ojama cards. Ojama Black, Ojama Green, and Ojama Yellow. Goes without saying, these are Chazz's dual spirits in the anime. They're kind of his partners. They're what he uses, so of course we're going to run one of each. Let's not forget, of course, the Armed Dragon cards. We have Armed Dragon level 10. Armed Dragon level 7 and Armed Dragon level 5. I'm also running 3 Armed Dragon level 3s because he does use multiples. We know he does because I think he comboed Infernal Reckless Summon and used 3 of these guys. So gotta have 3 in there. Next up, we have Light and Darkness Dragon. Yes, Chazz did use this card. It was actually his dual spirit in the manga. So in the original series, in the anime series, we got fucking Ojamas. In the manga, he gets this bad boy. So It's got to be in there. It's a fantastic level 8 dragon. It negates everything, loses foundry attack. When it's destroyed, it wipes the field and lets you special from the graveyard. I love it. It's one of my favourite dragons. Another manga card now. We have Golem Dragon. Again, only running the one because I'm pretty sure Chazz only ran the one. But it basically does 2000 defense, 200 attack, and other dragons cannot be targeted. So if you do get 2 out, you can essentially lock down attacks. But Chazz only used the one, so I'm only running the one. But it's a great manga card, and I adore it. Next, we have Genesis Dragon, another manga card. Again, adore it. Great dragon support. Chazz's deck was very heavily supported on dragon cards, and that's one of the reasons I love his manga deck so much. Some of them are still yet to come out, but hopefully one day we'll get them. But until then, we're just getting one. So they've got Genesis Dragon. We also have Dragonic Knight, which is another dragon from his manga deck. Great little dragon, great little beefy attack, good to be comboed with Armed Dragon. Then, of course, we have the V Tiger Jet, the W Wing Catapult, the Y Dragon Head, the Z Metal Tank, and of course the X Head Cannon. The Unity cards that he used in his second duel with Jaden when he got given all the rare cards. This was the cards he made, and of course I'm running one of each because he, again, one of each rule, but they're great cards. I'm still trying to get an ultra of these cards to kind of bump up the rarities, but they're beautiful cards and I adore them. Next we have Chthonian Soldier, aka the Hell Bastard, only running 2. I only have 2. If I could find a third ultimate, I would put the third ultimate in. I adore the ultimate rare. It's so beautiful. So, but I am running just 2 because it's a great little card, great little ultimate. And our last monster is of course Mash Dragon, running 2 of them because I'm pretty sure he ran 3, but I'm putting 2 in because I don't want to beef out the deck too much. It's a good little card, obviously helps get out Armed Dragon levels 3 and Golden Dragon, of course. Moving on to spells, we have Frontline based, hopefully with the Unity stuff, Oja Magic, Lightning Vortex, Enchanting Fitting Room, Graceful Charity, don't forget it is traditional, Inferno Reckless Summon, Ojama Delta Hurricane, Fiend Sanctuary, Magical Mallet, Polymerization, Chthonian Alliance, Arm Changer, and Ring of Defense. This one's a bit bust, I need to get a new one, but yeah, obviously we used that when he went to North Academy. Traps now, we have Chthonian Blast, Ring of Destruction, Ojama Trio, The Grave of Enkindling, and Call of the Haunted. Moving on to our extra deck now, we of course have the VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon, XYZ Dragon Cannon, XY Dragon Cannon, XZ Tank Cannon, YZ Tank Dragon, and VW Tiger Catapult, and Ojama King. I actually have 2 Ojama King because I got my hands on 2 and I made them came together. And I can't summon them for this deck, but we have Dark End Dragon and Light End Dragon, which to all you manga readers will know he does use these cards, but in the manga they're normal effect monsters. They're not synchro monsters, but he does use them, so they do belong in this deck. There isn't a tuner, but if I could, I would summon them in a heartbeat. But yeah, they've got to be in there because they are technically Chazz cards. In fact, if you actually notice, the Light and Darkness Dragon is quite literally got the attributes of both these dragons. If you look closely, it has the wings of Light and Dragon, it has the wings of Dark and Dragon, it has the same kind of tails. Basically, these cards, it's these 2 that came to make this, and that's kind of how the manga works. And I just love seeing all 3 of them together. And that is all we've got time for today. I'm going to end our little screen here. I'm going to do this at the end of each episode. I'm going to have like an end screen with all the best cards. And of course, I'm going to have the dual spirits from the anime and the dual spirit from the manga. And it's a beautiful little display, and that was my Chazz deck, so let me know what you think. If you did enjoy, please like and share and comment down below what characters you would like me to build. I have a huge stockpile of decks I do plan to make. I have some ready to go. I'll be showing them in the meantime. But yeah, let me know what characters you would like to see me build IRL and how that would look. Hope you enjoyed this, guys, and take care, and good night.